So Zillow made a big announcement yesterday that they are halting their iBuyer program through the end of the year. It's going to have ripple effects across the real estate landscape. What does that mean for you and for the North Georgia area? This is Steve, real estate agent with the Malone Realty Group at eXp Realty. So kind of a shocking announcement came yesterday as Zillow announced that through the end of this year, they're going to be halting their iBuyer program. Which is what they did also coming out of the pandemic as everything was kind of uncertain. They and many of the other iBuyers halted their home buying program. Zillow goes back into that mode now. They're saying it's because of staffing issues, trying to get restructured, trying to handle some of the stuff that they have that they're handling right now, and then they, I don't think that they really said when they were going to get back, but basically what they're saying is they have a backlog of inventory. They're trying to deal with that before moving forward. How long that lasts, we don't know. It will be at least through the end of 2021 is what it looks like right now. So what does that mean in the North Georgia area? Well, in the North Georgia area means one of the major cash buyers has walked away, and probably the most famous of them all, which is Zillow. Opendoor, they did send out, their PR department didn't miss a beat. They get right out today and say, hey, Opendoor, we're open for business. We're ready to help people out. So Opendoor's still working. Our cash buyers that we work with Express Offers, they're still in the game too. They're still buying through the end of 2021 too. Zillow's just doing a kind of a reshuffling move, or just kind of trying to get their ducks in a row going into the new year. So why is that? I think, and again, I don't want to, I don't see their books. I don't see those books, so I don't know, what the dealio is. But what you can see is a lot of the iBuyers right now, you go back a couple of years, the iBuyers are paying decent amounts for houses, and then they turn around and sell them for market price. Some of the iBuyers are paying much higher prices for houses right now, and then they turn around and try to sell it for even higher, and they're having a harder time selling those houses. So some of these houses that some of these iBuyers are buying are sitting for a while, and I'm not going to pick on which ones or whatever, but that's the name of the game right now because they're trying to get market share. They're trying to get their signs out in front of people to let people know that they are iBuyers in the game, looking to pick up market share, looking to help people out. Zillow has pulled away from that space for the time being, because of basically having a backlog. I think it stems from the fact that homes aren't selling the way that they were at the beginning part of the year. Beginning part of the year, things were going super crazy. You could super overprice a house and you could probably sell it. Not so much now. You have fewer buyers in the game right now because a lot of them are not coming from out of state. A lot of them are not escaping bad mandates in certain states or the lockdowns in certain states, things like that. People aren't necessarily escaping other states like they were. You get the typical people moving from one state to another like we normally have, but it's not at the rate that it was earlier this year. So a lot of those buyers are gone. Some of the other buyers are just kind of tired of being in the game right now. They're tired of overpaying for houses. The rates aren't that bad. They're probably not going to go up too much more in the next year. They're going to go up, but it's not like they're going to go up 2% or anything like that. So they're willing to sit on the sidelines and wait and kind of see what happens. So for that reason, we have fewer buyers. We have more listings. We have more homes that are coming on the market. More people are feeling confident and comfortable selling their house in COVID world. For a long time, people did not want to sell their house in COVID world and have a whole bunch of people in their house. They feel a little more comfortable now. So for that reason, you have more buyers, you have less sellers, and all of a sudden that the supply versus demand curve does shift a little bit more towards the buyers. It's really one of the first times when we've said that, probably since 2019, is really when you've had a shift more towards buyers. Now, taking a look at a snapshot right now, if you just flew in and looked at the market right now, and didn't know the past and just looked at it right now, it's still a very strong seller's market. So don't get it twisted. It's just not the hair on fire, super banana nuts crazy market that it was back in March and April. It's still a seller's market. The buyers just have a little more hand than they used to. So that being said, buyers aren't going to overpay for houses right now. They're just not. I mean, on the whole, some will. Some are going to pay for houses. We just sold a house in Sewanee. We had it priced pretty fair. We did, had it looking the part, priced good, and we had 10 offers. The winning offers, well over asking. So It was going to close here in a couple of days. So, I mean, in certain areas at certain price points, yes, you're going to have multiple offers, but not the way that it was. I mean, that same house back in March or April, I mean, there would have been 40 offers on it. So things have calmed down. So that's where we are today. So it's not surprising that one of these iBuyers has said, you know what, through the end of the year, we're just going to hold right here and see how things happen. Now, again, it could be a logistical issue. It could be not having enough boots on the ground, so to speak, or having staffing issues, things like that. I mean, whatever the reasoning is, the reality is at this point, it doesn't make sense for Zillow to continue with buying houses until the end of the year. If it made sense, it would work. I just think from a business standpoint, they'd figure out a way to make it work. It's not going to work. So, from this point forward, they're going to sit on it and just kind of see how things go. Open Door, like I said, to their credit, they came out and said, we're still open for business. We're still looking to help our people out. OfferPad's still out there. The people that we work with are still out there. So there are still, iBuyers are in the game. Will be interesting to see, though, as we head forward, what's going to happen. What's my prediction? So my prediction, and again, this is my prediction. I take it with, it's worth 2 cents. As my dad would say, this and a token to get you ride on the subway. So here's my opinion. Do with it what you will. In my opinion, I think you're going to see more of these iBuyers either slow down, stop for a little bit, kind of see what happens with the market. But I think that the days of some of these iBuyers completely going crazy on these offers are probably coming to an end soon, if not come to an end, because one of the big boys is out for a little bit. Maybe everybody comes back a little bit and comes back into reality land, because a lot of these iBuyers are sitting on houses that are not selling because they're overpriced. It's what it is. So I think that part of the model may change because the market has changed. This is not March of 2021. This is now October of 2021. We're back into a regular market. We're back into the ups and downs of seasonality. We're back into just a regular seller's market. It's a strong seller's market, don't get me wrong, but it's not the crazy market. So my opinion and my guess going forward is you're going to see a couple of the other iBuyers, a couple of the bigger ones may say, we're going to hold for a little bit too and see what happens. And some of the other ones that are left, there's no pressure now for some of these other ones to super overpay because there's fewer people in the game. So they may not come in as high. So I think the days of getting the super crazy offer may be coming to an end, if not come to an end, going forward. That's just my thought. And it's kind of something that we were looking at the numbers, we were thinking about the numbers and thinking that this can't sustain itself. It doesn't make sense. I completely understand the why people would use some of these and why they would try and get market share, things like that. But the market had shifted. And so it's going to make sense if some of those things come back a little bit. We get back to like a more normal range on some of these offers where, some of these bigger guys, whatever the market price is, they'll offer here, turn around and sell it for here, like at the market price, as opposed to buying it near the market price, putting some money into it and then selling way up here, and then it doesn't sell. So what I think is we're going to get more towards, if this is the market price, they'll buy it here, put some money into it, and sell it here at the market price. That's kind of where I think we're going to go from here going forward. It's going to be interesting, though, to see what happens with some of these iBuyers going forward. Now that Zillow has stepped away for a little bit, what's going to happen in 3 months? Are they going to come back in 3 months? Is another one going to drop out? Who knows? I have my guesses. Don't want to get in any trouble by putting my guesses out there. I just think on the whole, what I think we're going to see is some of those iBuyers are going to come back a little bit on their prices. There's no point in overpaying when one of the big dogs has stepped away. So I think those prices are going to come down for a little bit, and let's see what happens on January 1st. Let's see, when Zillow gets back in the game. Let's see if one of the other big boys drops out of the game. Let's see what happens as we head towards January 1st. Going to be very interesting in the next 2.5 months. What does that mean for you? That's the most important question. So what does it mean for you? What it means is you still have opportunities to do a whole host of things when it comes to your house. Are you looking to buy a house and sell a house, but you don't know, what house you want to buy? And you would like a program where I want to buy my house first, move into it, and then sell my current house. We have programs that can help you with that. Do you want to just, you know what, I don't want to pay any extra for it because that does come with a little bit of a surcharge, obviously. I don't want to do that. We have programs where we get your house ready to sell, we have the listing done, and then let's go look at, when we find your house and we buy your house, we can put in the offer contingent on the sale of your house, which is not on the market until we get it under contract. We've done that this year. We have done it. It has worked. It's gotten our folks the house that they wanted while still selling their house with no fear of them losing a house or going homeless in the middle. So we can do it that way too. Do you want to just take a cash offer for your house? We can do that too, because not only do we work with express offers, but we also do partner with some other iBuyers too. So we have a multitude of opportunities to get you a competitive cash offer. What if you want to get the most equity out of your house? You can do that too. We have our maximum equity plan where we come in, we help you get the house staged, we help you get the house cleaned, we help you get the house ready to rock and roll and get the most out of it. What if you need to put a little bit of money into that to get the house ready? We have programs for that too. We've got programs to help you through any situation that you have. So the real estate market is changing, okay? And with that, the team is changing too. We're helping you out. We'll meet you wherever you are to help make it as easy as possible, as turnkey as possible going forward. So, market continues to change. We change with it. We rock and roll with it. Help you out. Give me a call. Let's talk about it. 470-233-4409. 470-233-4409. Steve, Malone Realty Group, EXP.